Welcome back to another episode.
I am a licensed prospector.
We hunt for gold, find a cracker-free camp, and get our first taste exploring the goldfield region.
From mega rocks to abandoned townships. G'day, we are Sparkies on the Loose. Both electricians. This is Curtis. My name is Amy, and this is our trusty four-legged apprentice, Rusty. We've been travelling around Australia for the past few years in our car and caravan. We're not afraid to get off the beaten track, and we have been documenting our adventures on the road as we go. Hit subscribe, sit back, and buckle up.
In our last episode, we had just left Mt Augustus, and we're now making tracks south into Mykithara.
Not far down the road, we pulled into our first point of interest, the old Mt Gould lockup.
The Mt Gould police station was built in 1888 and was built to help protect the surrounding Murchison pastoralists and help enforce immediate action over sheep killing.
The buildings consist of the main station, which had a separate kitchen, lock-up cell, a stone-lined well, and a grave.
Mt Gould itself is quite stunning from afar.
A great little stop to break up the drive, stretch the legs, and learn about some local history.
Now to continue the 140 kilometre down and into Meekatharra.
Hey guys, so just arrived in Mykithara this afternoon. We just pulled up outside I don't know if you can see it over there, the Mining and Resources Office, which is right next to the police station. They close at 4:30 and we've pulled up at 4:10, and Kurt's gone in to get his mining permit so we can fossick down and through the goldfields. So yeah, once he gets that, we'll get him to tell you guys all about it.
I have a book. I am a licensed prospector.
How much did it cost?
25 bucks. Bargain. For life as well, apparently. Well, that's a pretty good deal. Where's the KFC?
Well, with that sorted, it's time to go find somewhere to camp for the night.
We headed out of town to the nearby Peace Gorge campground.
We found a nice bunch of boulders to pull up alongside and set up camp. Then we quickly rushed up a nearby hill to watch the sunset.
The following day, we headed back into town to check out some local attractions. First up, the Mykithara Lookout.
It was a great vantage point to look out over the town.
Next up was the town information bay, where there was town maps, old equipment and sculptures to roam around and see.
We drove through the town centre and picked up a few items from the grocery store before deciding to head back out to Peace Gorge for another night.
We had thoroughly enjoyed our night before, so decided to go have a chilled afternoon and relax.
As you can see, there was plenty of space to spread out here and have some distance between you and other campers.
We woke up to a beautiful morning sky, packed up and continued on, checking out the tourist information board on the way out.
A quick stop back in town to top up the water tanks and continue the journey south.
Hello YouTube community. Just filling up with water. Oh no.
Oh, and empty the dump point.
Hey guys, so I just left Mykithara this morning. Good little town, pretty much just got everything you need. Supermarket, hardware store, a pub, petrol station. Apart from that, there's not much really to it, is there?
Yeah, nah. No prospecting areas or anything like that, so...
Peace Gorge we stayed at, that was quite nice. That was just on the outskirts.
Very peaceful.
Yeah, very peaceful. And we're just making tracks out, heading towards Kew and Mount Magnet. So
Might get a bit of prospecting on the way and see how we go.
we've got some little spots pinned on Wiki that we might check out, so
Yeah.
see how we go. It felt good to be back driving on the Blacktop after a good week on outback dirt roads.
It's funny how everything seems quieter and smoother on the bitumen. Haha.
We found a nice spot to make some lunch and for Kurt to have a swing of his detector.
No gold yet. Continuing on.
We checked out this old historical site, which was once upon a time a train station. There was plenty of little knickknacks left behind. I even found an old bullet casing.
Well, we made it into the small town of Kew. We had planned to meet a mate here for dinner, so to fill in some time, we headed out to a nearby attraction.
This was Garden Rock, approximately 15 kilometres out of Kew on a dirt road.
An interesting rock with lots of little round craters along the top. A good spot for Rusty to stretch her legs.
I know I have to lay in the bed I made. I
We met our mate Blaine at the pub that night, of course having chicken palmies and a few pints.
last time, is that alright? Just tell me.
There was a dirt patch 400 metres away from the pub. We camped up for the night. Nothing fancy, but did the job.
After some breakfast, we headed out for a morning walk to see more of the town.
All I need is you.
Just across the road from our dirt patch was a Masonic lodge, built in 1897.
An impressive timber and galvanised iron 2-storey building with a pressed iron interior. It is believed to be the largest of its kind in the Southern Hemisphere.
Well, time to pack up and head out to some more nearby attractions we were pretty excited to see.
All roads open, check.
Activate dust suppression vent, check.
But I hope you know that
Our first stop, the old township of Big Belle.
I did. Oh, just tell me a lie if you have to. I just wanna pretend that you're mine for the last time. Is that alright now? Just tell me a lie if you have to.
At Big Belle in WA, just in the goldfields, just outside of Kew. Here we have a gold mine built in 1936, and when that happened they built the railway out here as well and got everyone out here, and the mine lasted 19 years, and it reckons that this town had about 850 people in, and obviously it came with their own pub and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Didn't last very long, but it's what it is back then. And yeah, you can see the old structures aren't lasting too well out in the elements, so don't buy a brick house that was built in the 40s. But yeah, have a look around, turn the drone up.
I just want
So in case you missed it, this ruin is the old Big Belle Hotel. Constructed and opened in 1937, it was a classic Art Deco style of the period and featured some curved exterior walls.
The building has been fenced up due to the nature of how unstable the whole structure has become, as you can see with this bird's eye view of the place.
The Big Belle Hotel allegedly had the longest bar in Australia during the time of its trading.
We then flew our drone over the old township, where you can see the old water tower, concrete pads from old houses, and the old streets.
It's quite remarkable to see such a large structure out here, literally in the middle of nowhere.
feels. Almost don't remember how it feels when you lay down in an open field. When you saw my dreams start turning real.
We then jumped in the nav and checked out the streets on the ground.
When the ocean's warm.
Here we got someone's house. The beer bottles would have depicted the gardens left and right, and then you would have walked into your house. Pretty cool. Might do that when we get home, if we ever have a house.
Wasted all the time in a summer
Well, time to continue heading out west to Welgar Rock.
land. We ain't got no worries, only plans to make everybody dance, 'cause we can.
Welgar Rock is a granite monolith situated approximately 50 kilometres west of Kew. It is the second largest granite monolith in Australia. It is also of profound cultural significance to the Aboriginal people.
Walga Rock is home to the largest natural gallery of Aboriginal rock paintings in Western Australia.
There is a large cave to explore which contains a range of paintings, including pictures that look like ships.
When the sky is blue, I know I do.
The monolith itself is 5 kilometres in diameter and 1.5 kilometres in length.
In a summer state of mind, in a summer state of mind.
It is simply stunning from all angles.
You just seem to have one single thing in mind. I'm canceling our date to save some time.
We continued checking out the rock art before spotting a visitor.
On the edge of life. Ooh, some perception of time. Wake up, this restless soul. Nothing's gonna slow us down as long as we fall.
Overall, a great cultural experience, and we are glad to have made the 50-kilometre detour to see Welgar Rock.
Gonna slow us down as long as we fall. Nothing's gonna slow us down as long as we fall. It feels like everyone around us seems to know. If you lose your temper, you don't have control. Slide on the edge of life. Losing our precious time. Wake up.
Time to head back into Kew to refuel.
Nothing's gonna slow us down as long as we fall.
Alright guys, so we're here in Kew at the moment. We're going to top up with some diesel paste to check around and check your app, your fuel app. We're here at the Puma where it is 20 cents cheaper than the stuff in town. It's only $1.53 here. So we're going to top up our tank, top up a Jerry because it's the cheapest until like Leonora. So yeah, pays to check it out.
Against the wall. Nothing's gonna slow us down as long as we fall. From time to time, we were okay.
And on that note, it's our cue to leave Kew.
Rushing
Join us next time as we continue our Goldfields expedition and find some more natural and man-made wonders.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Cheers, legends.